What's going on, everyone? Little Hillside Gardener action coming back to you. This here, in case anyone has, well, I guess I had some people at work that didn't believe me that my ghost pepper plants are at least 6 feet tall. I mean, I'm only 5'10", and these plants are taller than I am, and they are absolutely loaded with pods. So I ended up getting these seeds online. I had my own ghost pepper seeds, but I needed more. So these, I guess, these were called Florida ghost pepper. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but just the sheer size of these peppers is probably twice as big as the ones I had. So whatever variety this strain is, I'm definitely going to be saving seeds and keeping this one. They're extra thick, thick-walled, super hot, very juicy on the inside. So when it comes to drying these peppers, it actually takes quite a bit longer than it does for the other ghost peppers I had, just by the sheer thickness of the walls there. But yeah, this just goes to show you, with good soil, I have not fertilized this all year long. I rarely watered it. Actually didn't water it at all when I was gone for those 3 weeks in the really, really hot temps. These guys did just fine. So I did want to mention one thing too. I think why this location was so successful is it does get the morning sun, direct morning sun from up to about 2:33 p.m. And then it gets light shade. It's not full of dark, but it is in the shade. So most people just assume peppers want the hottest, blazing, as driest, intense sun they possibly can get. And I mean, that may be true for some varieties. I don't know, that are bred for those purposes. Maybe like the New Mex varieties, or something that's grown commercially, maybe Texas or some Mexico, where it's just, those are the temperatures they experience. However, doing research on the ghost peppers from the Assam region of northeastern India, it's actually very rainy. It's very humid, tropical, just purely tropical environment. So I believe these actually grow better as an understory plant. They don't really grow, right out in the full blazing sun. And at that, I mean, there's plenty of shade and plenty of rain and clouds and stuff like that. So I think my opinion on this is they were so successful this year because I kind of mimicked more of their natural environment. As you kind of come down here a little bit, starts kind of drying out, and this plant didn't get quite as big, and I've kind of picked it over a little bit, but I mean, this is still loaded with green pods all over this thing. Right there's a whole bunch too. But last night we had a little bit of a scare. Got down to 39, which was a little too close for my comfort. So I'm going to go through today and pick everything that's close to being ripe and let it kind of just, I'm going to start dehydrating these and preserving these because I can't risk losing anything. For the next 10 days in the forecast, we have one day it's going to get down to 38, maybe 39 again, but after that most of the days are in the 40s, and a couple nights it's actually only get down to 60. But yeah, so if this time of year, I recommend you go ahead and pull all these pods off you possibly can. Almost like a tomato, as long as they're partially ripened and get to the certain point, like right here, like this pod right here is a good example, where it's still a little bit green. To bring that in, that may ripen over time. It may not, but yeah, this is probably a better example. Like right here, this pod. You see the fully ripened red pod there. This pod right here is pretty much fully colored up, just a little bit of green on the tip there. Bring this inside, and it will probably completely ripen. As far as the taste and heat, how that's affected, I'm not really sure, and I can't really speak objectively to that. But yeah, I mean, it's still gonna be a perfectly good, perfectly edible, perfectly usable fruit. Just a quick side note down here. This is the Cusco Peruvian Cusco, and I believe this is a Manzano type or Ricotta type pubescens pepper. Very prolific. If you haven't tried it, it's not overpoweringly hot, but it's something else to try. But I think this plant as well, like the conditions of the morning sun, evening shade, so it's not getting just blasted. Anyways, so just kind of like a quick little update from the Hillside Garden here, but I mean, everywhere you look, it is just absolutely just loaded down with pods. I think it's so cool when you look at the pepper plants from the bottom, looking up, it just looks like pepper jungle going on through here. You don't really appreciate the full until you get down here at ground level and look up just as how many pods there are. So yeah, this is definitely a super prolific, super abundant variety. I mean, just look at the actual size of some of these pods. This is just insane. This pod here, look at that gnarly looking shape on it. And this is the most prolific, awesome plant I've had as far as ghost peppers go. Definitely gonna be selecting this variety and keeping this going. So yeah, definitely definitely give this a shot if you ever get a chance. The Florida ghost pepper is no joke. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and sign off there. I have a lot of peppers to pick. Thanks for hanging out with me on the hillside. I hope you like this little update. And if you have any questions or whatever about pepper growing in general, or these specific plants or what you've seen, ask away. I'll be happy to answer any of your questions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.